The way that you have programmed your mind is the reason you're going to waste years of your life. And here's how you identify your mind's programming. When I open up Safari or Chrome on my laptop, I hear all of the ways I've wasted my time on it. It'll say things like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, etc. Funny enough, sometimes it'll actually say the website addictinggames.com. It shows up in my mind because that was a place that I spent a lot of my free time in like seventh grade. I haven't been to that website in decades at this point, but it still pops up for me. Why? Because it's a pattern of a behavior I engaged in consistently during a period of my past, i.e., it is my programming. All you have to do is open a web browser on your laptop. You will immediately hear where your mind wants to go, right? Maybe it's Amazon to go shopping, maybe it's Netflix or some other streaming service, right? Maybe it's actually a list of a dozen different websites that you unconsciously start going to every single time. But that's it. It's that simple. That is how you identify the code running behind the scenes in your mind, or running behind the scene in your mind. You start a program. For example, you open up the internet on your laptop and then you observe how it starts to run. These loops are constantly running in our mind, and they are strengthened every time we run through them. And my silly example beforehand, I think, really speaks to this. I spent tons of time playing random games on addictinggames.com decades ago, and I haven't been back since. And yet it still somehow shows up in my mind when I open the internet. This leads to a couple insights, right? Number one, you have the capacity to change these programs by observing them. You can predict, interrupt, and change them, right? I don't go to addictinggames.com anymore. Number two, every day you don't change them, the harder they are to get rid of. And if you don't change them, the further ingrained in your mind they become. So go start a couple of programs you know lead you to wind off track. Maybe it is opening your phone. Maybe it's opening Safari, turning on your TV, etc. Observe where you've programmed yourself to go from that period. Observe where you've programmed yourself to go from that moment. Maybe it's social media, maybe it's YouTube, buying things you don't need, wasting your time, going to the fridge, etc. And then think about the consequences if that pattern continues for the rest of your life. Because the likelihood is if you don't stop it, it's going to steal years of your life during the peak years of your life. Because the likelihood is that it's going to steal years of your life during the peak years of it. Peace.